And it's 57 minutes past 9 p.m. time for the news plug. My name is Gonjo Maina. Welcome to the broadcast. The Deputy President William Ruto and his Kenya Kwanza Alliance team today held a mega rally in Narok County where they addressed the residents about the agenda. And the Deputy President William Ruto, on his speech, urged the leaders to work together so that they can have one agenda as they head in the next general election, which is planned to happen on the 9th of August this year.
Akasema atarudi kutetea kiti yake ya Narok South. Tunaelewana? Jamani, mtamuunga mkono? Hebu nione wala asema mtamuunga mkono. Sisi tumefika hapa leo. Na kabla
Kenya joins the world in celebrating the 29th year of the International Water Day by planning on how they are going to conserve the water in future under the theme celebrating underground water, making earth invisible visible. And Eldoret Water and Sanitation Manager, that is Peter Biwott, said that they will focus on the water catchment areas for conservation and holding a climate action conference on the 8th of April to come up with a master plan and campaigns on water conservation.
And that is what you must make sure that it is. KEBS also takes care of that. It has to, like for bottled water, if you look at it, which is now has to be certified by KEBS. And so that is what happens. Even when we drill boreholes, before that borehole is equipped for supply, that borehole has to be tested.
Kulingana na Alube, ugonjwa huu unaweza kuzuiwa kwa kunywa maji yaliyo laini, yani soft water kwa kimombo. Kwa wale wanaoishi katika maeneo yaliyo na viwango vya juu vya fluoride, ni muhimu kuhakikisha kuwa maji hayo yamepimwa ili kujua kiwango cha kemikali hiyo na kutafutiwa njia mbadala za kupata maji masafi iwapo viwango vya fluoride vimebainiwa kuzidi mipaka.
So we make sure that those people must have water, let them have water. We make sure that our water is given to the right quality. And us, who are the right holders down here, we need also to make sure that we demand these services from the government.
Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha said that his ministry is working to ensure that those found engaging in exam malpractices will be punished accordingly. And speaking today during opening of an exam container in Vihiga County, Professor George Magoha said that stealing of examinations will not be allowed as all candidates have been given an opportunity to prepare for the examination. And Professor Magoha maintained that mobile phones will not be allowed in exam centers as a measure to curb exam malpractices.
The center manager and the invigilator at the school in Wajir must now be in custody. This morning, now that we have opened the paper here, after about an hour or two, we will be able to pick where somebody has picked it, and we don't say so until we have gone to pick the person. So it's a dynamic process. At the end of the examination, we should be able to tell you whether the integrity of the exam has been breached. I am not worried at all. I think our children will get the results that they deserve. And those, particularly teachers and disciplined regimented officers, they have a choice. If you think you want to risk your job for 100,000 shillings, that's your choice, and you'll have to live with it. But it's actually not worth it, because
the Maendeleo ya Wanawake organization today have pleaded with the government to intensify the fight against alcoholism in the country in order to save the young people rendered helpless. And according to Rahab Moyu, that is the organization's national chairperson, said that the menace has robbed Kenya energetic sons at a very young age and therefore denying them a chance to enjoy fatherhood and companionship.
Children the chance of being fathers and companionship, because they cannot sustain their marriages. The parents of these children do not have peace. They are forced to take care of their grandchildren. Your Excellency, when you come back, whichever government comes back, na nitawaambia sisi tuko na government gani, tungependa centers to be built hii watoto wawekwe ndani na wapatiwe counselors and people to talk to our children.
Nchi ikiharibika, wale watu ambao wataumia kabisa ni akina mama. Kwa hivyo, you must be agents of change. Ni lazima museme hapana kwa mambo ambao tunaona inaweza kutuweka kwa shimo. Na mimi nataka kuwahimiza, kwa sababu mkisema no, me I know, mama akisema no ni no. To avoid mambo ambao itatuweka kwa shimo.
Police in Webuye are holding a 19-year-old woman who strangled her newborn child after giving birth at Webuye County Hospital, and the girl, identified as Faith Naliaka from Kimiliki, gave birth to the baby on the 14th of this month before she allegedly strangled the baby on the 18th of this month at around 8:30 a.m. And Webuye East Sub-County Commander, that is Martha Ngetich, said that the woman strangled the baby who was put in a nursery.
Tumeshika msichana moja mwenye umri ya miaka 19 aliyehusika kwa kumuua mtoto wake baada ya kujifungua kwenye hospitali ya Webuye. Alijifungua mnamo tarehe 14 mwezi huu na mwaka huu, na mnamo tarehe 18 saa kama saa 2:30 hivi niposa aliweza anashukiwa alimnyonga mtoto wake ambaye alikuwa amewekwa kwenye nasari. Na alipofanya hivyo tukawasiliana na hospitali na tukaweza kumshika.
Uasin Gishu County, in cooperation with the county government, has placed strategies to improve businesses in Eldoret to increase income tax collected. And the chairman KNCCI Uasin Gishu County, Willie Kenai, said that businesses have started rising up again after being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Business community, we are very happy with the commitment from the county government of Uasin Gishu on issues dealing with business people. We are very sure that going forward now, the business environment in this county will be much better. I know the county government of Uasin Gishu was ranked number 2 in terms of ease of doing business in the year 2016, but we are very sure with such an engagement and public participation, the county government will even emerge number 1. So we are happy with the county government of Uasin Gishu engagements with us, and we are also happy with the CIPE, Center for International Private Enterprise, and IPF, Institute of Public Finance, for facilitating such a very important meeting.
We need the public. We need the public participation for people to involve themselves on activities of the county, because if they don't involve themselves, it means the county may not do what they want them to do. But the act now requires that we involve the public. And the engagement today was very fruitful, and we looked at key areas on how best we can even engage citizens, not only on public participation, but to also educate them on issues to do with the county, on what the county is doing. We have gone cashless and we are now digital on issues of paying licenses, and we are telling the public that it is important that they get their licenses within the timelines that are stipulated with the act, so that we don't harass them, because normally people think that the county harass, but now we have gone a different direction. We want to involve everybody so that all the county funds are paid, and the people services that we are supposed to get, they also get the services.
Effects of drought continue to bite, especially in communities in northeastern Kenya and parts of coastal region. And the Kenya Red Cross said that the situation is likely to move from bad to worse due to lack of enough resources in financing intervention measures.
Live in a beach life city, enjoying coastal lifestyle with a cool breeze and ocean tides as you watch the sunset. In Malindi, touching the Kilifi Watamu bypass, sitting just 100 meters off the white sandy beach in a gated and controlled deeds are ready. Villa Properties Limited, prime and affordable.
Welcome back, and we really apologize for that technical hitch. And back to a broadcast. Red Cross raises alarm as millions of Kenyans are facing starvation in the country, and the effects of drought continue to bite, especially in communities in northeastern Kenya and parts of coastal region. And the Kenya Red Cross has said that the situation is likely to move from bad to worse due to lack of enough resources in financing intervention measures, and at least 3.1 million Kenyans are facing food shortages from about 300,000 Kenyans in December last year.
Kenya Red Cross has been able to reach is 38,342 with food in kind. This is a 1 month, ration of between 21 and 24 kilograms of food. And then we have also assisted 18,732 households as well with unconditional cash support, which enables them now to be able to buy the kind of food and even other needs in the house, depending on what they decide. And cash really is increasingly becoming a good option in giving people assistance.
Water tracking is happening in some counties, but again, still not enough. So we are looking at partners who can support water rehabilitation works to ensure that some of the systems that have been damaged or overburdened are repaired and able to be restored to to enhance support of water.
And to our business news tonight, Equity Group has recorded a 99% increase in its after profit, and this is after raking up 401 billion, that is Kenya shillings, from 20.1 billion Kenya shillings over the sample period in the previous year. And the rise is attributed to once driven by interest income, and the net interest rose by 24.9% to stand at 68.8 billion Kenya shillings from the 55.1 billion Kenya shillings in the previous year.
In all respects, balance sheet, profitability, market capitalization, and customer base, NPLs, non-performing loan book, from 11% to 8.3%, Equity Group is well positioned for the future. And Equity has chosen to remain focused to its true north, irrespective of circumstances and operating environment. The policy breaks the decision and not the environment.
Despite the growth of rates in mobile loans, 59% of customers increased their borrowing, with majority taking loans to expand their business. And in a research conducted by Tala, a mobile lending app to a certain Kenyans' financial literacy level, health and resilience, the research surveyed over 423 customers from the fintech clients base. The digital lender also said that it is in a full support of recently launched guidelines and governing the sector, saying that these will help in rooting out rogue lenders.
Motivation, what motivates Tala customers to repay their loan today? And one of the key things that came up is respectful customer service or customer team. The fact that we have empathy, or we create empathy, or we ensure that our team show empathy, that motivates customers to actually take loan with us. The other thing that we also communicate is that their relationship with Tala is personalized. So you are coming as John today, or Teddy, to take a Tala loan. It's only you and Tala who know about your loan. So that privacy makes them actually know that, hey, nothing beyond me and Tala needs to be known outside or goes beyond that.
And getting to the international realm, where tonight we have a special report from our international affairs reporter when Vladimir Putin shattered the peace in Europe by unleashing war on a democracy of 44 million people. His justification was that modern Western-leaning Ukraine was a constant threat and Russia could not feel safe, develop and exist. But after weeks of bombardment, thousands of deaths and an exodus of millions of refugees, and this question remains: what is his war aim and is there a way out? Have a look.
The goals set by Putin at the start of Russia's invasion appear to have been watered down during the course of a war that he assumed would be swiftly won. He could not even admit it was an invasion or a war, preferring the fiction of a special military operation.
Собранием 22 февраля сего года договоров о дружбе и взаимопомощи с Донецкой Народной Республикой и Луганской Народной Республикой мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
The Russian leader's initial aim was to overrun Ukraine and depose its government, ending for good its desire to join the Western Defense Alliance, NATO. He told the Russian people that his goal was to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine, to protect people subjected to what he called 8 years of bullying and genocide by Ukraine's government.
Ее цель – защита людей, которые на протяжении 8 лет подвергаются издевательствам, геноциду со стороны киевского режима. И для этого мы будем стремиться к демилитаризации и денацификации Украины, а также преданию суду тех, кто совершил многочисленные кровавые...
But there was no Nazis and no genocide, and Russia had imposed brutal force on dozens of towns and cities and united Ukrainians in opposition to its occupation. Since Ukraine achieved independence in 1991 as the Soviet Union collapsed, it has gradually veered to the west, both the European Union and the NATO alliance.
In Kiev, just 15 minutes away from the center. That's crazy. This is totally insane.
There was a ceasefire and a 2015 Minsk peace deal that was never implemented. Just before his invasion, President Putin tore up the peace agreement and recognized 2 Russian-backed statelets as independent from Ukraine. President Volodymyr Zelensky said at the start of the war he had been warned the enemy had designated him a target number 1 and his family as target number 2.
Залишаюсь в столиці. Моя родина також в Україні. Мої діти також в Україні. Моя сім'я не зрадники, а громадяни України. Де вони зараз знаходяться, я сказати не маю права. За наявною у нас інформацією, ворог позначив мене як ціль номер 1.
Ukraine's requirements are clear, says the presidential advisor, and they want a ceasefire and the withdrawal of Russian troops, but also legally binding security guarantees that will give Ukraine protection from a group of allied countries that would actively prevent attacks and take an active part on the side of Ukraine in the conflict. Securing Russian military withdrawal to pre-war positions will not only be a Ukrainian demand, it will also be a red line for the West, which will refuse to accept another of Russia's frozen conflicts.
Negotiations about peace, about security for us, about security for Ukraine should be substantial, fair and without delays. This is the only chance for Russia to reduce the harm from its own mistakes. We were always insisting on the negotiations. We were always offering a dialogue, offering a solution for peace, not only during the 23 days of invasion, and I want everyone to hear me now, especially in Moscow. The time has come for a meeting. It is time to talk. The time has come to restore the territorial integrity and justice for Ukraine. Otherwise, Russia's losses will be such that it will take you several generations to recover.
Christine Mutindi reporting for Newsplug.
And thank you very much, Christine, for that report. And now maybe if we can just shift our gears to the news making headline in the world of sports. We have about 50 athletes commenced a two-day athletics workshop in Nairobi in a bid to be enlightened and empowered so as to ensure that the viewpoint remain at the heart of decision making. And we have the initiative by the National Olympics Committee of Kenya Athletic Commission focused on career management that is inclusive of topic on maintaining a clean sport and mental health awareness.
What they taught us was basically doping, nutrition, how to handle the media, how to handle our mental health, which I know we're going to talk about tomorrow. But those are the main things an athlete should know. I've been an athlete since I was maybe 6 years old, and I wish I knew some of these things earlier about nutrition, sleeping right, and a couple of sponsorship. Sponsors, how we can do some courses as an athlete, what you should do as an athlete, yes.
So it's amazing that they organize this as well. Again, I think we should be doing this more because I've learned so much only today. Being mentored by someone like Humphrey Kayang, it's a huge deal. So I'm learning. It's a learning process, and there's still a long way to go, but at least we've started, and it's amazing.
And Liverpool won over Nottingham Forest as Diego Jota scored 19th goal of the season to send Liverpool into FA Cup semi-finals with a 1-0 victory at City Ground. And the Reds will face Manchester City at Wembley this weekend. And the Reds will face Manchester City at Wembley weekend of April 16th. And as our reporter Abdullahi Ali reports, of course, he has more details on these.
Diego Jota scores 19th goal of the season to send Liverpool into FA Cup semi-final with 1-0 win over Nottingham Forest at City Ground. The Reds will face Manchester City at Wembley Stadium on weekend of April 16. The championship promotion chasers had enjoyed arguably the better of the game until Jota's 78-minute winner. The moment earlier had passed up a golden chances to take the lead themselves as Philip Zinkernagel missed the target from 8 yards. Forest largely kept Premier League title hopefuls. Liverpool at arms lent over 90 minutes in front of a sellout crowd, with Roberto Firmino dinked effort, well saved by Ethan Horvath, the only real chance of notes before the eventual winner. Abdullahi Ali, SHANI TV.
And being 22 minutes past 10 p.m. it's that time that we take a very short commercial break. And when we come back, of course, we shall get to understand the weather forecast as part of the 23rd day of March, that is tomorrow, in different places in Kenya.
Live in a beach life city, enjoying coastal lifestyle with a cool breeze and ocean tides as you watch the sunset. In Malindi, touching the Kilifi Watamu bypass, sitting just 100 meters off the white sandy beach in a gated and controlled development next to Malaika Beach Hotel. Finca Properties Limited offers you a 50 by 100 plot for only 1.5 million shillings. Electricity and water is available on site. This property is ideal for residential homes, cottages, holiday homes and hotels. For inquiries, bookings and reservations, SMS the word plot to 40309 or call us on 0721 737 300 or visit our website at www.finca.co.ke. Come to our offices in Kitengela Town, Pena Towers, Suite B6. Title deeds are ready. Finca Properties Limited, prime and affordable.
And thank you very much for keeping it SHANI TV tonight, and welcome back as we get to our weather forecast as per tomorrow in different places of the country. And we begin with Garissa County tomorrow, of course, in the morning and the mid-morning hours. That is plus the afternoon hours. Of course, they shall wake up to a very sunny day, but at night there's some expectations of little rain showers. And maybe from Garissa County, maybe we have a look at a different place that is in Nanyuki tomorrow. In the morning, that is anytime before noon, of course, they shall wake up to a very sunny morning, but in the afternoon hours, they shall experience a little bit rainy showers with some parts of sunny. And night, it's a very clear indicator of night full of stars, no rain at all, no clouds at all. That is in Nanyuki, and maybe in a different area in the country as well, in some counties like Marsabit County. Of course, they shall wake up to a very hot morning, mid-morning as well. And at night, of course, no signs of clouds, and with highs being of 30 and lows being of 20. That is a slight difference of 10 degrees. And in some different places in the country, like in Nairobi tomorrow, of course, they shall wake up to a sunny morning, a little bit cloudy afternoon, and as well as cloudy night. There is some places like Nairobi County, and of course, with a little bit of highs being between 25 and between 16, and 10. That is approximately a difference of 6. And in some different areas, like in Nakuru tomorrow, they shall wake up to a little bit sunny morning, with a cloudy afternoon and a cloudy night as well, with highs of 16 and lows of 10, the same difference, a margin of 10. And maybe in different places like Malindi tomorrow, of course, they shall wake up to a sunny morning, and at any time from noon, they shall experience a little bit rainy showers with some sorts of sun at night. They might be expecting some rains. And that's all we have in the weather forecast desk tonight. And thank you very much for keeping it SHANI TV this night. And this is the news plug, and I cannot leave the studio without forgetting each and every person who made this broadcast a success. Thank you very much. My name is Gonjo Maina. Enjoy the rest of your night.